The topic is a topic which Imam Ahmad Raza alayhi rahmah addressed in his time and combated the fitna where people were coming up and saying, we have no need for the 4 schools of Islamic law. They said that these 4 Imams, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal radiyallahu anhum ajma'een, hum rijal wa nahnu rijal. They were men and we are men. We want to follow the Quran and Hadith directly. So we will discard the efforts of these Imams and their schools, and we will go directly to the Quran. We will go directly to Bukhari. We will go directly to Muslim. And we will derive rulings ourselves. We don't need them. These people were known as the Ghayr Muqallideen. They refer to themselves as Ahlul Hadith, but in reality they are not Ahlul Hadith. Ahlul Hadith means the scholars of Hadith, the Muhaddithin. In reality, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, they are the true Ahlul Hadith. They are the scholars of Hadith, the people of Hadith. Those who memorized thousands and thousands of Hadith off by heart. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal radiyallahu anhu himself memorized 1 million Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So how can people today come when they are reading translations of Bukhari and Muslim in Urdu and English, and they have not memorized a single hadith in Arabic with the sanad, with the chain back to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? How can somebody like that come and say, I'm going to do ijtihad from sunnah.com, from the translation of Bukhari and Muslim, and I don't need an imam who memorized 1 million hadith? How absurd is this? These people in modern times refer to themselves as Salafi. They say we follow Quran and Hadith with the understanding of the Salaf, the pious predecessors. And they say, Ya akhi, well, sometimes in London they say, Aki. They say, my brother, why are you following Imam Abu Hanifa? Is it better to follow Abu Hanifa or to follow Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam? You are following Abu Hanifa. Abu Hanifa is a man. He's a scholar. But he's not a prophet. We are following the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam directly. Such people, they try to attract youngsters with claims like this. And it sounds very attractive, right? When you go to a normal young person, especially when they go to university and they go to the ISOC, you'll find people there who will say, brother, why are you praying like this? Why are you placing your hands below your navel? Why are you not performing Raf'ul Yadayn? And the young man will say, because I'm Hanafi. I follow Hanafi fiqh. And these people will say to him, Akhi, do you want to follow Abu Hanifa? Or do you want to follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? I am telling you the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said this, and you are telling me Abu Hanifa? A'udhu billah. How can you do this? You don't love the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? So such people have not understood the true meaning of following Abu Hanifa. What does it mean to follow Imam Abu Hanifa? What does it mean to follow Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad? What does it mean? So if you are in a discussion with somebody like that, what do you say? You say to him, Ya akhi, okay, I want to follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Tell me how to follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He will say, brother, this hadith is in Bukhari. This hadith is in Muslim. You say to him, brother, you are telling me to leave taqleed of Imam Abu Hanifa, and you are calling me to taqleed of Imam Bukhari. When you are telling me that this hadith is in Bukhari, this hadith is sahih, this is authentic. Who told you this hadith is authentic? Imam al-Bukhari. So you are not following the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam directly. You are following the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam through Imam Bukhari. So what is the difference between following the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam through Imam Bukhari and following the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam through Imam Abu Hanifa? Even you are not following the Prophet alayhi salatu wasallam directly. And the brother will say no. He might reply and say, no, akhi. In actual fact, Imam Bukhari collected the chain of narration. So we can see that Imam Bukhari narrated from Al-Humaydi. Al-Humaydi narrated from Sufyan. Sufyan narrated from Muhammad bin Ibrahim al-Taymi. Muhammad bin Ibrahim al-Taymi narrated from Alqama bin Waqas al-Laythi. Alqama bin Waqas narrated from Umar bin Khattab radiyallahu anhu. We can see the chain of narration. And we can see that every single narrator is authentic. And therefore we are following what the Prophet ﷺ said in this hadith based on this authentic chain of narration. So we are not following Imam Bukhari, we are following the Prophet ﷺ, and we know that all of these people in the chain are authentic. So then we would ask him, my brother, how do you know these individuals in this chain are authentic narrators? Who told you? Did you meet them? Did you sit with them? Did you observe them? Did you live in their time? He will say no. Because in the books of Asma al-Rijal, these narrators are reported as being authentic. The Imams of Asma al-Rijal, like Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, like Imam Yahya bin Ma'in, like Imam Abu Hatim al-Razi, they said that Al-Humaydi is an authentic narrator. Sufyan is an authentic narrator. Muhammad bin Ibrahim is an authentic narrator, etc., etc. Well, that's why we say to him, my brother, you are doing taqleed of the Imams of Asma al-Rijal. You are trusting their opinion when they say this narrator is authentic, because you didn't meet that narrator. You weren't there at that time. So no matter how much you try to escape taqleed, it's inescapable. You try to run away from taqleed, no matter what you do, you will fall back into taqleed. Then you will say to your brother, okay, my brother, tell me, what is the ruling on giving zakat on trade goods, on something that I've bought with the intention of selling? He will say, brother, I need to find the hadith. He will try to search for the hadith, he won't be able to find the hadith. He will search on Google or on Sunnah.com, he won't be able to find a hadith. You will ask him, brother, what is the ruling of performing Hajj, Ifrad, or Tamattu or Qiran? He will try to search through the books of hadith. Eventually he won't be able to. So what will he do? He will say to him, brother, I have a question. I need an answer. Tell me which Shaykh I should follow who is authentic. He will say, brother, I'm not a scholar. I'm not a Shaykh. But you should follow the fatwa of Abdul Aziz bin Baz. You should follow the fatwa of Salih ibn Uthaymeen. You should follow the fatwa of Nasiruddin al-Albani. These are authentic scholars of the Sunnah. They are quoting Bukhari and Muslim. They are quoting the Sihah Sitta. They are quoting authentic narrations. You should follow their research. We say to him, Ya akhi, my brother, you are telling me not to do taqleed of Abu Hanifa, who is a student of the Sahaba, who is from the Tabi'een, who met the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. You are telling me not to do taqleed of Imam Abu Hanifa, who is Imam al-A'imma, who is the Imam of the other Imams, upon whom the entire Ummah has a consensus that he is Sirajul Ummah. He is the lamp and the light of this Ummah. You are telling me not to do taqleed of Imam Abu Hanifa, and to leave the taqleed of Imam Abu Hanifa, and to turn instead to the taqleed of a blind mufti from Saudi Arabia who has come 1400 years later. It's ajib. It's very strange. It's absurd. Then the individual might say to you, my brother, when you are following the fatwa of Shaykh Abdul Aziz bin Baz, you are not following or doing taqleed of Ibn Baz, because he is quoting from the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is quoting from Quran and Sunnah. So you are following Quran and Sunnah. We say to him, my brother, Imam Abu Hanifa is not quoting from the Torah and the Bible. Imam Abu Hanifa is also explaining the teachings of Quran and Sunnah. The only difference between us and you is not that we are following Abu Hanifa and you are following Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The only difference is we are following the understanding of the Quran and Sunnah based on the knowledge of Imam Abu Hanifa, and you are following the understanding of Bin Baz, Uthaymeen and Albani. That's the difference. You are not following Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam directly. All you are doing is destroying 1400 years of Islamic scholarship. It's similar to, the scholars explain and they say, the mindset and the mentality of these people is like the individual who needs an operation done on his father. The person's father is suffering from a heart disease, and his father needs a heart operation. So somebody who says, my brother, you don't need to follow any of these Imams, you can go directly to Bukhari and Muslim. You can derive rulings from Bukhari and Muslim. It's like saying, your father needs a heart operation. Instead of going to a surgeon and a qualified doctor, go and purchase the books of anatomy. Purchase the books of medicine. Read the books. Maybe watch a few videos on how to perform heart surgery. Pick up a knife and start operating on your own father. Don't go to a doctor, don't go to a surgeon. You can perform the operation yourself. The books of anatomy, the books of medicine are available in Waterstones and on Amazon. Purchase the books. Maybe watch some videos if you want to. Do it yourself, DIY. And the other approach is to say no. Every field has its experts. I am not an expert in the field of heart surgery or medicine or anatomy, and therefore I will go to a trusted scholar, a trusted doctor, a trusted surgeon, somebody who is fully qualified, who is an expert, who has a track record of performing successful surgeries, and therefore my father has a greater chance of surviving the heart operation. It's the exact same thing when it comes to our deen. The Quran tells us, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. If you don't know, ask the people of knowledge. It doesn't say, if you don't know, then go directly to Bukhari and Muslim. The Quran doesn't say that. Because we are not qualified to go directly to Bukhari and Muslim. We are not qualified to make ijtihad. To make ijtihad, there are conditions. To derive rulings directly from Quran and Hadith, there are conditions. We can't go and demolish the 4 schools of thought which the entire ummah has consensus on. Not just here, locally in London. We have to look at the entire ummah. From Syria to Yemen, from Turkey to Uzbekistan, from Indonesia to Africa. The entire Muslim ummah, throughout the centuries, throughout the rich history of our deen, of our tradition, throughout the centuries across the entire Islamic world, the ummah has always had a consensus that to be from Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, to be on the right path, you must follow one of the 4 Imams. You must follow either Imam Abu Hanifa, or Imam Shafi'i, or Imam Malik, or Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. This is a necessary condition to be from Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah. Going outside of this, khuruj an al-madahib al-arba'a, to go outside the 4 schools, is going outside of the folds of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah. And this is what our scholars, the teachers of our teachers, have referred to as the most dangerous bid'ah, the most dangerous innovation, which is damaging the Islamic Sharia. The teacher of our teachers, Shaykh Muhammad Sa'id Ramadan al-Buti, Shahid al-Mihrab, the martyr from Syria, rahmatullahi alayhi, he has a book which is called that. The title of the book is Al-La Madhabiyya Akhtaru Bid'ah. Going away from the Madahib al-Arba'a, going away from the 4 schools, is the most dangerous bid'ah. Tuhaddidu Shari'at al-Islamiyya, which is targeting and attacking and destroying the Sharia. And the scholars explain that it's like, imagine if you enter a city, and the city is built up, the city is well developed. The city has everything you need. It has roads, it has hospitals, it has a police station, a fire station, it has schools and universities, it has all the shops that you'd require, it has beautiful gardens and parks. It has everything you'd need. Imagine a group of people enter the city and say, the people who built this city and developed it and improved it over the centuries, hum rijal wa nahnu rijal. They were men and we are men. We can pick up the books of architecture, demolish the entire city, and start again from scratch. What would you say to such people? They're crazy, right? It's ajib, it's strange. Nobody in their right mind would do something like that. People who call you to follow directly, go directly to Bukhari and Muslim. They claim to follow the Prophet ﷺ directly. These people are destroying the beautiful legacy and the development of the schools of law. When we say we do taqleed of Imam Abu Hanifa, we are not doing taqleed of one person, one man. Imam Abu Hanifa is not just the name of one individual. Imam Abu Hanifa represents an entire school of thought that has been developed over the centuries by thousands of ulama. Imam Shafi'i is not just a single individual. Imam Shafi'i represents principles and a methodology that is represented and was developed by thousands of ulama across the centuries. Likewise with the school of Imam Malik, the school of Imam Ahmad, rahimahumullahu jami'an. So when we are following these four schools, we are following a methodology that has been agreed upon by the entire ummah.